Right, so here we go. Take, one and only, hopefully.
Hopefully, but don't bank on it.
Right. Well, would you care to introduce yourself to the camera?
Well, as all the people who are probably watching this should know, I'm Stuart, and you're currently watching this on my website. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. This is episode 1. It's 11 days until I set off for Europe, and hopefully it all goes well.
Okay, so how did you actually find someone to do this trip with? How did you meet? How did it all come about?
MySpace.com, pretty much. I've been using that website for a few years, and I posted blogs just saying I'd like to just go to an airport, buy a ticket, go for a walk. If anybody wants to come with me, feel free. I had initial interest from a couple in Germany and then from a girl in Dubai, and those are potentially the current people I'll be travelling with. I've never met any of them, although I have spoke to Priya, who's the girl from Dubai, on the telephone, and that's pretty much how I met up with them, through an internet website.
So you've never actually met any of these people properly. Don't you think that perhaps this whole trip could be subtitled How I Met an Axe Murderer?
Yes, and they could be axe murderers, but then again I suppose they're wondering whether I'm an axe murderer. But it all makes for an interesting film, hopefully. There are no rules. So you can have as many flights as you want or as little flights as you want. The only rules I had were no planning, no hotel reservations. You just try and not think about what you're going to be doing. You just get
living day to day.
You get up in the morning, you think, let's go to Germany, or shall we head to Belgium, or let's go sit by a lake for a day. No plans other than see what happens.
And when it comes to the travelling arrangements, how much are you taking with you? Travelling light? Travelling heavy?
Well, originally the plan, and I even cut a trailer, which was probably still is on MySpace. It was a £500 budget, but that didn't quite look realistic when you take into account the flights going to Europe and the flights coming back and trying to survive for 2 weeks on what would probably end up being a couple of £100. I don't know what the other budgets are for the other travellers, so I'm not quite sure on that. I have a set amount of money. I have more than I need in case of emergencies, because you would have to be crazy not to. But yeah, I don't have a set budget.
And travelling with on this trip, how many cameras are you taking with you? Who's your crew?
I'm the crew. Priya has agreed to hold the second video camera. There's 2 video cameras going, both digital, shooting on mini DV. It'll be edited when I get back, if I get back to the UK. 1 tripod, lots of batteries, lots of tapes.
Now I hear that you're taking a bit of a kind of mystery celebrity with you. Would you care to drop any hints or elucidate on this?
I would. There have been rumours, and obviously I can't confirm them, but there is a definite possibility that maybe, perhaps, Lammy will be going with us.
And his visas, etc. are up to date for this?
Lammy's visas or my visas?
Both.
Both my visas are fine, because it's one of the perks of being a UK citizen. You flash your burgundy passport, and as long as you stay out of Switzerland, you don't need any visas. Priya has had to go through a lot of paperwork, and I think it's been quite awkward for her because of the unplanned nature of this trip. She's had to plan it, because we need to work out which countries we're going to go through, so that's been fun.
Trying to cover all eventualities?
Yes, yeah. So I've tried to name which countries we possibly might go through.
So basically it's a case of having to plan but not plan.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah. So can you say yet which countries you won't be visiting? As a definite?
Definitely won't be going to Switzerland because of the visas. Priya didn't put down for a Swiss visa, and I'm sure it is a very nice country, but it's quite small, so we thought we can just go around the corner and avoid Switzerland. Probably not Spain, not Portugal. But it will be France, Germany, Austria, Belgium, Holland, the UK, possibly Croatia. Again, not quite sure. The initial, because we're going to be walking lots of miles and travelling potentially light, I have 1 bag, which which is this bag, which is nothing special, but whatever fits in that bag and whatever I'm happy with carrying, that's pretty much it. So travelling very light. Lots of people have said, are you taking a sleeping bag? No. Are you taking a tent? No. So it's socks, underwear, t-shirts, toiletries, things like that. Whatever fits in the bag goes with me.
Now, I'm pretty sure that some of the people watching this, or hopefully watching this, will have been fans of some of the reality TV shows on kind of Big Brother, etc. So, yeah, to answer some of the questions that they might put, how do you think you'll kind of get on with the people you will be travelling with? Definitely Priya. I mean, you've never met her before. It's been shown on these things that quite often tensions can kind of build. You know, what are you anticipating that way? How are you going to deal with it? Are you quite a kind of open person?
I like to think I'm an open person, but people might disagree and they could be right, I could be right, I don't know. I'm hoping we get on okay, because there's been lots and lots of emails and MySpace messages and we've had phone calls. She knows what sort of trip this is going to be, so I'm hoping we do get on. But I have travelled with people in the past and found it hard work because we all have our own personalities when we're travelling, and sometimes others clash and it could go horribly wrong, but I'm hoping it's not.
So if there are any bones of contention, how do you think you're going to resolve it? Is it going to be kind of, I'm the boss, we'll do it my way, or?
With regards to the film, then yes, I'm the boss and the film will be done my way. With regards to the trip, we're all on the same trip type thing. I don't know. It could go horribly wrong, it could go very, very smoothly.
So it's basically a case of if one day you want to be covering 20, 30 miles and one of the others just wants to have a quiet day by the beach?
I would go for the quiet day by the beach. Because there's nothing worse than thinking, I really don't want to be covering 20 or 30 miles, I'm hating this trip. I want to get to the end of the trip and everybody's had a good time.
Excellent, excellent.
It's now Sunday. I'm due to set off on Thursday. I'm getting quite nervous now. I'm not quite sure why, because I don't know what I'm going to be doing when I get to wherever I'm going to. But it's getting pretty real. Did a test of my bag this morning to make sure everything would fit in it, and it does, just. The second camera doesn't fit in it, and I've got the usual toothpaste and hairbrushes and stuff that doesn't fit in it, but that's not too bad. I'm going to go out shopping today and see if we can buy a slightly bigger bag. See how that works out. Everybody's still on board as far as I can tell. I've got all the money in place, I've got to get it converted into euros, so that'll be fun, because I've only got 3 days left and I'm working all 3 of those days. Started obviously doing episode 1, which is this will be part of. All in all, everything's going okay, I think. I think it still quite baffles people that have no destination planned. I got a lot of people giggling at the end of, really, you've not picked somewhere to go. But as I've probably said to quite a few people, this could all go horribly wrong, or it could go horribly right. I guess you'll find out by the time you're watching this. The original £500 budget seems to, that might work for the trip itself, but that I've probably spent near enough that on preparation. £75 to bring you a passport, £23 for the travel insurance, camera tapes, £10. It all adds up. So I don't know, I don't think you could have £500 in your pocket and then just decide to go on a trip. I think that would be a day trip to Brighton or an overnight in London. I still think the hardest part of this trip is actually making this film, but that's also the part I'm enjoying the most, because normally I take still cameras, and apart from wedding and a couple of corporate events, I've never really done anything on this scale at all. I think not everybody's brave enough to do it, or stupid enough to do it, or even have the ability to do it. I mean, there's friends of mine that would probably like to do the trip, but they have children or wives or jobs that they can't leave or something like that. I'm just fortunate, I guess. All in all, I hope it goes well. I hope the people that are going with me enjoy it. I hope I get to see lots. I hope I don't get too camera shy. Although I'm doing quite well so far, considering the first however many minutes of this episode is pretty much just me talking to a camera. I'm toying with the idea of not taking a second camera due to space, and due to the fact that Priya doesn't seem very keen on being on camera much, despite the fact it was always touted as being a travel film. So I might just focus on the one camera. It depends if I'll fit in the bag. Because if I take one camera, I just need to take one type of battery charger, one charger cable. Whereas if I take both, obviously I'm taking both sets. And here you are in my living room. Which obviously if you look in the background, you'll see all the movie posters. That's how much I like film. I always wanted to make one. So this is pretty much it. Well, it's pretty grotty weather today, so I'm hoping it's not like this in Europe. Been out shopping today. Bought a bigger bag. It's half the size again on top of the previous one that I had. So obviously I'll get some more stuff in it, but doesn't mean I'll take more stuff, it just means I've got more room to put the second camera in, possibly some extra clothes. I'm going to pack it tonight and see how it looks. And other than that, I'm going to hope the rain stops. Well, it's now 7 in the morning, well, 10 past 7. Day one. I've just transferred all my bank monies over to various accounts, so all house bills get paid. In about an hour, I'm out the door. It's 8:05. I've just left the house and it's pissing down. Hopefully this is the last of the rain. Don't hold your breath. I'm now catching a bus.
No, I don't, but I do quite like ballots. Yeah. You do, I don't want you to know.
It's 9:15 and I'm now on my way to the train station. Hardest part about all this filming lark is to not have people see you filming yourself, because you look like a bit of a dick. Oh well, at least once I'm in Europe I won't have to care. Sit back and relax. Interesting. Doesn't tell me which terminal she's coming in at. Okay. Terminal 1 or Terminal 2. Bye bye. I'm now on a mad hunt. What happens if I don't have a dog? Do I need to get a dog? I need to go get a dog. Yeah, I don't think so. 20 minutes early.
Mr. Lonnie, please attend to the information desk. Mr. Lonnie, to attend to the information desk.
Hello. This is the final part of day one. We decided to wander around the ticket offices to see about purchasing a last minute ticket to fly to God knows where. Unfortunately, ticket offices must close pretty early because the majority of them were shut. We found two that were open. There was a Thomas Cook one, which was pretty much just an information desk, unfortunately. We said that on the Friday we could fly to Greece or we could fly to Turkey. They weren't within the scope of the trip. Plus the ticket office that we could have bought bought those tickets from was closed anyway. We then found a Swiss airline ticket desk that was open. So we went to that. Unfortunately, the only places they could book us on was for Zurich, which we don't have visas for Zurich, and plus the fact it's a one-way ticket. You can't really fly to a country where you've got no visa with a one-way ticket. They'll probably lock you up or not let you in and send you back. So what we're going to do is get up very early Friday morning. Did I say Friday previously? No, I don't know. Get up very early Friday morning, hit the ticket offices about 9 o'clock. They should all be open then. I'll be quite upset if they're closed, and see where we end up. So end of day one, still in Manchester Airport.
You're live with 24-hour online celebrity news and gossip at Sky.com.
W.H. Smith, Britain's biggest book offer is back.
Hi, I'm at Manchester Airport and now we're going to go buy a ticket to I don't know where.
The only thing you can do is go to the airline ticket desk.
Yeah, wait, are they, is some on this level?
Some on this level, yeah. Go straight down to the end.
So
follow the corridor as far as you can go, it's on your left hand side. There's some down there and there's also some up on level 5.
Right,
but
yeah,
the
we've been
tickets
to
will be more
those.
expensive to buy in the airport than they will be if you went online.
Welcome to 2 weeks in an airport. So guess that one, that one. No, not that one because that's Switzerland. That one. I don't know if your visa has Hungary in it or not.
I think it does.
We're looking to buy a ticket for somewhere in Europe to fly as soon as possible. One-way ticket, and then we're going to work our way back across land, sort of thing.
Right. Where do you want to go to?
Well, there's probably we've looked at the map.
Yeah. There's Nice, Alicante, Tenerife, Budapest or Murcia this afternoon. All the others have gone today.
Right. The Nice and Budapest are interesting. Budapest one.
Budapest goes at 2:30, so that'll be checking in at 12:30.
Okay.
Nice leaves at 2, that'll be checking in at 12.
Yeah. So if the visa covers Budapest, then that's looking pretty good. I believe it covers Iceland and stuff, so I would think it would.
So where have you been so far?
Manchester Airport.
All right. This is the start.
Priya started off from Dubai.
Oh, excellent.
Came over to Manchester. I started off from Rottenstall, which is just the other side of
yeah,
Bury. So
not far.
I've not come very far yet.
Let's let him check that. I'll try and find some prices for you.
Okay.
Booking confirmation there.
Thank you. So, what do you think? You're going to Naples?
We're going to Nice.
Nice, we're going to Nice, that's it, we're going to Nice.
Going to
So
Nice.
China. We're going to Nice. You happy about going to Nice?
I don't like
What research have you done about Nice?
absolutely nothing. And
Nothing
you
at
don't
all.
want me to tell you what I think of the French on camera.
Okay. No French.
They've got good food. That's what I think of the
Okay.
French.
And then what are our plans once we get to Nice?
I have to look at that map again. But, yeah, we're going to 3 or 4 places.
We bought a ticket!
What now? There's nothing to say except I need to get my things posted so we can get on with this trip.
So has the highlight of the trip so far been given a roll of free masking tape from the nice gentleman at Boots to wrap up a package?
So I don't have to carry so much on my back.
My disturbing thing is, I still haven't bought a dog. Need to find a dog. Hey Bob, I'm leaving you a voicemail message. I'm hoping you check them. Unlike me, I'll leave mine for days without checking them. I've been trying to send a text message to the couple in Germany, but apparently either my phone doesn't like sending text messages or they give me the wrong number. So if you could go onto MySpace, and on my friends list on the first page there's a woman whose name is Elle Weir. Can you send her a message or leave her a comment or something like that saying that I am booked on the flight to Nice. I'm going to Nice. Never mind, I know you're a lot of French people as well.
Not a pressure guy. Just only a pressure guy would do that.
Here I am in Nice. I'm sweating like a church. 1 hour 50 flight to Nice, £179. We've just booked a hotel rather quickly because it is 6:15 at night and we don't want to get stuck in Nice with no place to sleep. Not really keen on sleeping on park benches on the first night. So we've got a hotel for €80. I shall get your views from the window and not going to get there. Nothing like being on video camera when you're about to hold up a sheep. People tend to look at you like you're a bit odd. Vive la lamb. Right, well it's humid, but at least it's not raining. We found a hotel in France. It was €35 to get from the airport to here. But I did the smart thing, and you always check the price before you actually get into the taxi. That way they don't rip you off and oops, it's too late. We're also given a city map from our hotel.
You're filming me.
My phone started vibrating about half an hour ago, so it's 9 o'clock. It was in fact Lisa from Germany. We'll still be referred to as the German couple up until now. After trying to get in touch with them yesterday, Bob managed to pass on my message. They managed to get my phone number. They have found some cheap flights to Milan, which leave at 9 o'clock tonight, so their time. So now it's a case of whether we can cheaply, easily, quickly get to Milan. The Europass idea has been torpedoed. It's too expensive, like 550 something euros. Plus Priya had a bit of a strop because she needed a different one. She was getting all argumentative, accused me of being bossy, and basically I really don't think she's enjoying herself. Unfortunately, she's here, I'm here. I don't think I would do this trip in the same way again, because the danger is if I run out of money I would just go home early. But Priya's around in the UK till 2 weeks from now, so she's a bit like baggage. She's behind me now. She's phoning up her dad or something. I'm sure she's going to tell him how not happy she is. So we're now going to travel country to country rather than by a Europass. So I'm hoping that it works out cheaper, because my budget is now down to about £1,500 to last 2 weeks. So I suppose that's £100 a day. That's not that bad really, but it does look kind of scary really. But yeah, Priya's having a good old strop. I really don't think she likes me very much now. I got accused of not researching the trip enough, even though it was always said to be an unplanned trip. She presumed that I would know everything about cities in Europe, even though I said I'd never been to them. You know, that the Germans are now our saviours. I never ever said that. I'm just looking forward to meeting the guys. Yeah, she's definitely not a happy bunny. Whether she calms down a bit or I don't know, but this is a bit of a nightmare, and I really should have done this trip on my own. I don't think I cope too well with having other people's slowness, so that's kind of probably causing me to be a little bit blunt. Yeah, I should keep you updated. We're going to try and catch a train to Milan, which is supposedly about 30 euros. Now 1:05 on Saturday. Is it a Saturday? Yep, it's a Saturday. I've just totally lost what day it is. Right, that's it then. See you later.
C'est toi qui m'as fait des papiers. Ouais, c'est moi.
Grazie. Grazie.
Andiamo bene.
Good morning. It's day 4. My phone started vibrating about 40 minutes ago. It was Lisa, and I presume Ryan's with her. I guess they've come from Germany. they were when they formed just outside a train station, which is, it's about 5 minutes walk from here.
Hello. There's 3 of you.
Hi.
Ryan, seen your photo?
Michael.
Lisa, Michael. I'll shake it. Get back as well.
Hi.
I'm Ryan. And Priya, I can't remember where you're from.
India.
Okay, so.
Or as I like to call it, Dubai, because I keep getting it wrong. That's where you live, but that's not where you're from.
Don't say that, because that's the Middle East and I get into trouble.
Okay.
Oh.
Eventually the backpack's gonna like wear out and it's already falling apart. Look at the bags in.
Yeah, I think she answers. And if you want to switch lenses.
Right before we went on this trip, let's put that wow. Buddy, I'm running my flight, that's not what's up.
People have some.
I'm going to be sneaking up on somebody. Look, he's got his video.
Okay, nobody's gonna beat that for their hair art.
Right, it's night time. We're going to go for an evening meal. And then Ryan and his mum are going to go watch the Euro 2008 final and hope Germany win. Temperature's cooled a bit. I really do need to buy some sunscreen tomorrow. My arms are a little bit pink. Priya's phoning her dad. I'm waiting for her so she doesn't get lost. Whether she's enjoyed herself or not, I don't know. But I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm not fussed. This trip is about me, and everybody is in charge of their own enjoyment, really. Lisa and her family seem to be enjoying themselves. They're definitely a breath of fresh air, which is nice. And can you see behind me the Milan station? I don't know. Be cool looking station anyway. Tomorrow we're going to go to the train station and buy tickets for Venice. Go see what Venice is like. See if it does in fact smell. Hope it doesn't. Mind you, not fussed. It's another trip. Don't know what the budget's looking like. Haven't spent that much today. and again I don't know how much I've got left, but I'm surviving, and it's Monday morning tomorrow. Right, well, it's the end of the 4th day. Done lots of wandering around Milan, very hot sunny weather, and then we decided tonight we'll go for a little meal at a little Italian pizza place just around the corner. So we went out, we had food, and then all hell broke loose. Started raining, thunder, lightning, umbrellas started blowing everywhere, tables were shaking, glasses were flying off tables. People were escorted in the pub to hide from hell, and dumbass that I am, didn't have any camera power, so you know, how stupid am I? But I did go back out again with full battery power and hopefully captured a lot of lightning shots and flooding. So if you look at the contrast between sunny Milan and wet Milan, it's wet.
Wow, I'm gonna run over there.
Well, as long as you guys are over here, I'm gonna go play in the room. Knock this down.
That was good.
Oh,
damn it! I'm still recording, so I might have caught that.
it's a bit cartoon.
Oh, I hope I got that one. Wow, I got that one. I was quite impressed with that one.
But their sand is ugly.
You can see through the viewfinder.
Welcome to day 5. It's Monday morning. I think it's about the 30th of June, I'm not quite sure. As you can see outside, there is no sign of the storm that hit last night. Heading across the road to the train station, catching a 3-hour train to Venice.
Non ferma a Ospitaletto.
He would repeat his Lammy chilling out on the bus. On the train. Definitely on the train. I see a lot.
Something here.
Okay.
No, he's a good guy to have around.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He's gonna check and see if we've got rooms.
Oh, then he said he was gonna check us in. I was like, yeah, you should make that. Or let us make that.
You want to go for a stroll?
Don't even joke about that. You were around for that?
Before we say
No, I
yes.
told them. It's
Yeah?
I
We
should have said.
can.
Yeah.
I should have said what?
35 euros per person.
This is of San Marco, 1,000 euro. How much you want to give you? This one is new one, lastly, it's top model. We have a lot of
Vabbè, non devo mai. Chiama, no, ma per caso.
No problem, only ask your price. How much you want to give me?
I can't. I'll come
Excuse me,
back.
excuse me. Okay, sister, no problem. Excuse me, you ask your price.
Huh?
let's go somewhere.
We'll go straight.
No way.
Because this is only the first canal crossing.
Look at that. Cat staring at We're supposed to be in the picture, yeah? That way. Magic!
I like this coolest thing. He's curious
Looks like the alien.
Jij zak! Jij zak!
It's about 8 o'clock at night. Done lots and lots of walking around Venice. Seriously good looking town. Hope the video shows it justice.
Man, it's really big. You know,
It's only 20 minutes away.
It's only 20 minutes away.
So you're talking about the one in the back? Or this thing?
It's okay.
Oh, poor Lammy.
No, tranquillo, fammi già avvocato, grito ti muove già avvocato. Sì, ma all'inizio grito, muove già avvocato.
Now, I've just been told that Priya's budget is now €250. That includes a flight home, so potentially this Euro trip could be over tomorrow. Obviously, going to give her the options. She comes back to the UK, stays there for the week or so until she flies to Dublin. The other option is she flies to Dublin early, but that depends on the visa. But either way, this trip will definitely be over by weekend. And I'll have made it 7, 8 or 9 days. My budget would have lasted possibly another week. But obviously, because it was an unplanned trip, unplanned things happen. So I shall let you know later on what happens.
10:30 in the morning, we check out of this hotel room at 11 o'clock, and we're heading whatever direction it is towards Vienna. So we'll obviously cross into Austria. It's a 6-hour train trip, which costs about €70 per person. Hopefully we'll get a seat, hopefully it'll be air conditioning.
Trip is going to die in a couple of days. Money's getting pretty low. So it's probably going to reach 9 days, which is pretty good. It's close to the 2 weeks I originally planned. I'm kind of not enjoying the trip as much as I should, because there was and is probably a lot of tension going on between me and Priya. And me being the unforgiving creature I am refuses to just... I don't know. There's a lot of tension going on anyway. Had I been doing this trip on my own, I probably wouldn't have lasted more than a couple of days from this point anyway. So I think this is the length it would have gone. The mistake I made was doing a big balance transfer onto my Visa card, which pretty much gobbled up £5,000. That money would obviously easily have assisted me in finishing the trip for the full 2 weeks. Stupid decision by me. Silly decisions I've made. I don't know. The tension, I would rather. I don't know. I don't think I would have changed anything because this has been an unplanned trip. And chaos has reigned. Or at least visited. Lisa and her sons have been great. Would the trip been easier if it was just with them? Yes. They seem very, very laid back. They seem very, very self-sufficient. Don't rely on me at all. We've not had any crosswords at all. I'm hoping they're getting on with me. If they're not for any reason, then they're definitely not showing it. So I'm guessing that we get on pretty good. As for what happens after a couple of days in Vienna, it's going to be back to the UK, where Priya goes on an early plane to Dublin, which I'll put her on. I would say that's the best bet, rather than having her stay in Manchester for an extra 9 days. I think she was ready for killing me after 3 days, let alone another 9 in my house. But we'll see. My budget is now, I have £693 left on my MasterCard, which hopefully does work. I did do a balance check yesterday and that's when it gave me the thing, but obviously it doesn't tell you if it's been blocked. I don't think. On my euros, once I take off today's train ticket, I'm probably left with about 260 euros, which just covers the accommodation for probably 2 nights in Vienna, which would be maybe another 70, 80 euros, and food and a little bit of travel, so either way. The trip will end in a couple of days, which should take us up to Friday or Saturday. Of course, then the decision, is it possible to get a flight back to the UK cheap enough from Vienna to Manchester at the right times? Correct answer, no idea. I guess that's another bridge that we need to work out when we get to it. That's the hotel room paid for in Venice. Seriously nice city if you ever get a chance to come and see it. And next time you see me, if you're on the train to Vienna.
I left Stuart's camera in the lobby, and the hotel manager actually chased us down all the way down the street to tell me that I left Stuart's camera in the lobby. So I am very grateful.
And we beg on our knees.
Non ci deve stare così tale il tempo necessario per il transito.
Yeah, we definitely walked down.
See, if we were on foot out there, I would go in the water. If it's clear.
Stiamo arrivando, fra 5 siamo già con il bagaglio pronto per scendere, ancora siamo in treno, siamo in lungo come perché l'attesa.
Well, you could try to turn, I guess it wouldn't work.
Well, what I would do is I would That was funny. He likes to surprise me. So did I. That's okay. We all came out with.
Okay, so we want to just get one of those suits. I don't think we're in any danger.
No.
Yeah, busy thoroughfare. That one says hotel up there.
It's okay, we'll find a place to bomb.
Which direction do you think we should go?
Straight down that. There's definitely a hotel that way. There's probably more this way.
It's now the end of day 7. After probably about an hour and a bit walking around, we found what I would class as a hostel. 64 euros a night. Very, very basic. You know what it works. I'm not sure what's going on tomorrow. No, Lisa, David and Ryan were adding up their budgets to see how many more days they can survive. I don't think they'll be here more than a couple of days. And to be honest, I'd be very surprised if I'm here another couple of days also. I've still got the 690 available on the credit card if it works. And cash, I am down to about 120 euros. So that's basically enough to bum around tomorrow, eat very basically, and then the morning after head to the airport, get back to the UK a week early, unfortunately.
Our agenda for today.
I don't know. David picked up the queer guide to Vienna.
I found a booklet in there called The Queer Guide.
Really?
And it's got pictures of boys kissing boys and girls kissing girls. Enjoying Austria. I don't know, but if we come across this museum that has the Klimt paintings, I wouldn't mind going in, if it's not so much.
On our list today, we need to find a cyber cafe so we can arrange for flights out. And also need to work out how to get to the airport at some point today. Well, not to get to the airport today, but today we need to work out how to get to the airport.
Alright, well,
so that's just on our list.
The main road's this way to the right. We can either walk to the train station or we can walk down the road. The chick said was towards the city center.
Yeah, so you guys staying over again, or are you catching an overnight train tonight, or?
Oh, she wants to catch the train tonight.
You're catching a train tonight?
Yeah, rather than stay in a hotel and then catching a train, because then we're just paying for a hotel.
Well, that one up there, we could. What would you do? Would we go all the way and do the sightseeing? So you're not staying in a hotel tonight?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm just withering.
Yeah, I am as well. I just want to.
Really?
I want to get back to the UK now.
Anyway, so I figure, I mean, we have to be at the train station probably by 7:30. So if y'all just come with us, that's in the same direction as the hotel anyway.
Yeah.
So when we go to the train station, if we go by 7, we'll have half an hour to look at the bus stuff for them, and we'll have half an hour to, after that, to do our stuff. Hey, halt! We lost Priya.
President of Greece and Austria.
Well, they've all abandoned me. Priya and David have gone off ice cream hunting. Lisa and Ryan are inside the Leopold Museum. And I'm sitting here wondering if I'm going to get back to my house okay. I've really enjoyed this trip, but it's been really hard work. But that's the point. I really wish I knew if the credit card worked though. If that credit card doesn't work, I'm stuffed. Big mistakes I made on this trip. 1, Priya. 2, the fact that she's locked into specific flights to move on somewhere else. 3, not having enough spare money on my credit card. There you go. Those are the faults.
They have Pokemon flavored ice cream.
Really?
And Smurf flavored ice cream.
What on earth does that taste like?
She let us taste the Pokemon. It tastes like sugar ice cream. Train leaves at 35 after, I think. Oh, never mind. We'll make the train easy. We'll
Here,
make it. I just
stand
want
by
to.
there, Mark. David.
Let's make it with my Oh, I was gonna say this fruit is surprisingly heavy, but
Did that work? Hang on. Stand back in line again.
Stand back in line.
Take a picture.
Yeah. Stay there. Stay there.
Oh, now everybody tickle everybody.
Touch.
We will. We will.
The Strauss is leaving in like 3 seconds.
It was so much fun to do.
Pleasure,
it.
dude.
Don't hear from me. I'm so glad we did this. We'll do it again.
Get on the Strauss. We'll keep in touch.
Yeah. Bye, guys. I'll try to take care.
It's 8:25 at night. Just having a bit of a wander around. Hopefully tomorrow should be on one of them. Here we are on our way to the bus station. 10:25 on day 9. It's Friday. And should be at the bus station in about 5 minutes. And then we'll see where we end up from there. Oh, in Vienna. Still. I'm now on a mad hunt around trying to find some tickets to the UK. But prices ranging from €1,000 to there being only one seat left. So far, we just bought a ticket. British Airways going back to London. £270. So that gives me about 400 to get us from London to Manchester. Piece of cake. One ticket. So, the trip lasted 9 days. Did I learn a lot? Yes. Is it actually cheaper to buy one-way tickets and tour around Europe and then fly home? Hell no. By the time I've finished, I don't know what the budget's been. I'm going to work it out and then put it on at the end of this film. What about stuff from various towns? But unfortunately, I just did not have the space in my luggage. And it turns out my backpack was 11 kilograms. So I've been carrying that around for nearly a week. 11 kilos! That's 22 point something pounds for you non-metric people.
Aber wir haben 6 Stunden Zeit. Und das Gepäck ist durchgecheckt.
Ladies and gentlemen, pleased to say we've had a little help from air traffic. They've told us now to make our approach. So, cabin crew, that is now 10 minutes till landing, please. 10 minutes.
Here in the funky new Terminal 5. Kind of looks like an airport terminal, really. Our next thing is to try and go through passport control, etc., etc., or border control, as they nicely call it now. I'm not going to flash the camera around because I might get beaten up by security guards.
one bus that we catch, after 7 o'clock it turns hourly. 9 days, somewhere in this darkness, is my front door. And a seriously pissed off cat. This backpack has done really well, but if I don't see this backpack again for 5 years, I ain't gonna miss it. Same for these shoes. So for me, bye bye.
I dreamed I was a sinner, but that didn't stop me worrying. 'Cause I know I can be better than the man you wish to see. And this man, he stands before me, and he shows me how at last. But I pushed him down, screaming, let me be. Go ahead and live within my past. For the life that you made, I make this spell to lay your head, and I'll be faithful. Will you be faithful? I'll be faithfully blind. Me as a strong man? Have I depleted in your thoughts? For these arms I have are still open wide, ready to hold you with my force. Don't you look at me with those big blue eyes and then expect me just to walk away. There's no longer a cause for this bitter fool to hang on every word you say. For the life that you made, I make this spell for you to lay your head, and I'll be faithful. Will you be faithful? I'll be faithfully blind. That you've made, I make this spell to save your fate, and I'll be faithful. Will you